Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing Asset Drop, a monthly subscription box that's geared towards miniature painters. What's in them? Are they worth the price? Let's take a look. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Blackmagic Craft. Today I'm going to be unboxing and reviewing 2 months worth of Asset Drop discovery boxes. Now these are monthly subscription boxes that are geared towards miniature painters. Asset Drop has a few different boxes available, some that include minis, but these discovery boxes are kind of their smaller core line and focus just on paints. So I want to take a look at them, show you what's inside, and I want to try to assess whether or not they are a good value and worth signing up for. Before jumping into the unboxing, I want to talk about paid product placement for a minute. Asset Drop has not sponsored this video. They did not pay me to make it. They sent me 2 boxes. No strings attached. I could make a video about it if I wanted or not, just keep the stuff, whatever. But I thought that it would be a wasted opportunity for the channel if I didn't open these up and take a look with you guys, because personally, I really like unboxing videos. So with that in mind, let's open them up and take a look at what's inside. So I have 2 boxes here, May and June, and I have not opened either of them yet. Let's take a look at what's inside. Both, fairly small sized boxes compared to what I think a lot of other monthly subscription boxes are. But that's likely because the contents are small items like paint. So inside, you have this guide. This isn't just a little checklist of what's included. It's actually a detailed instruction manual that showcases different techniques using the items in the crate. So they don't just unload some random items on you and hope for the best. They actually have a plan here. They show you how to use these items to do different techniques, which I think is really cool. They obviously put a lot of effort into this. There's quite a bit of information here. All right, so first thing I noticed is that there is candy. So I like candy. I have a sweet tooth and it's actually soft. It doesn't feel too stale yet. You got one of these little brushes, which seeing that as the first thing is not super impressive because these you can get everywhere at like a dollar store, but I expect it's just thrown in because it's that specific brush that's used for one of these techniques. So they probably just throw it in to make sure you're set up for the actually good stuff. We have 4 dropper bottles here of various shades of red, and I do not recognize this paint company, but I have a feeling I won't recognize any of these paint companies because they are bringing you a lot of stuff that's not, the most common or easy to get. Got 4 little dropper bottles here from a company called Instar Vintage. Looks like it's a fairly small company based on the self-printed labels, but there's 4 reds, which, let's take a look. Yeah, painting red cloaks. So using these paints in this tutorial, teach you how to paint red cloaks. So that's cool. 4 different shades of red. Now, what is this? Got 3 more bottles here. This is a different style bottle. 3 different tones of gray by the looks of it. So I expect that those are to be used for this concrete tutorial. And here, about the company. So that's kind of nice. And what is this? Yeah, water-based airbrush paint, a light rust color, transparent dust. So I expect these are more of an effects paint, probably used in this rust painting. There's concrete painting tutorial here. So that's cool. They are airbrush paints, which, I'm an old Cro-Mag who doesn't have an airbrush yet, which is odd. It's on my list. I'll get one soon. These look to be of a nice quality. Again, have not heard of this company. All 3 of those companies I have not heard of, but not a bad haul. You got 2 of these large bottles, 3 of these fairly large bottles, and 4 dropper bottles, 9 paints, and a little cheapy brush. Now for June, we got another guide. It looks like painting engines is the first project. And engine metal and painting ice. That's kind of fun. I'm especially interested in painting ice. Oh, Haribo. Being married to a German, this is always very popular in the house. Adjustable, non-smelling washes, liquid pigments, blue burned exhaust. Is this a wash? Ooh, yeah, it looks very liquidy. So this is some type of a wash. Again, another company I've never heard of. Here we got 3 dropper bottles. Oh, finally a company that I do know, Scale Color, but it's a company that I absolutely cannot get locally. So I'm actually kind of excited to receive these because I've seen them used by other painters much better than myself, and I definitely can't buy these locally. And I don't even think there's a way I can order them for an affordable price. So that's pretty cool. And this is definitely going to be for the ice tutorial. Some really nice colors here. I really like this Caribbean blue, that nice aqua blue. This will be really good for doing aged bronze and copper. Those are very good quality paints. Even though I have not used them myself, I know that those are good quality paints. And what do we have here? Secret Weapon. Another company that I have heard of, but never been able to purchase where I live. I don't know if they're all washes. This one, Fresh Oil, is definitely a wash. Engine Metal, I think so, that's a metallic paint. Old Oil, yeah, so I think that's a paint, not a wash. There. Nice set, that's definitely for the engine painting. And then what do we have here? Oh, War Colors. Again, another company that I've seen people use and I've heard very good things about, but have never been able to get. This has been a hit in terms of getting things I can't get my hands on normally. And this is just a gloss varnish, which of course is a nice thing to have for doing little details and, you know, wet things on models. Overall, a nice little haul. I'm pretty happy with this. I like it. I'm gonna give it some time to think about whether or not I think the actual price for these is worth it, because getting these boxes just sent to me for nothing, opening up, of course, fabulous, love it. But would I buy it? Let's think about that. So, are these boxes worth the cost? Well, to really make that assessment, we first have to talk about who subscription boxes are really appropriate for. They're not exactly the ideal thing for people who are trying to stretch a budget. They are really for people who have some expendable hobby income and like a surprise and like trying new things. While you definitely, like in theory, save money with these types of boxes and get good value out of them, if you're really trying to stretch your limited hobby income, you're far better off just buying the exact things you need and want as you need them, because with these types of surprise boxes, the advantage is that you get lots of cool, new, unique things that you may never have picked up yourself, but the downside to that is that you might not need or use some of them. With that in mind, I'm gonna make this assessment based on people who have some expendable hobby income, not the people who are looking to really save a buck. I do think these are a good value. The cost of these boxes, now keep in mind these are coming from the UK, so the pricing is in British pounds. I'm converting them to USD for this video because that's what most of my viewers use using today's conversion rates. So these boxes work out to be $26 American a box. Based on what you get, that's definitely a good deal as compared to what you would pay in your local game store, and probably still cheaper than if you ordered them all separately directly and paid for shipping on each of them separately. I think you're getting a good value in that sense. You also have to factor in shipping because these are coming from the United Kingdom and shipping from overseas can be pretty expensive, and that was my big fear with them. So I plugged in some numbers and I gotta say I was actually pretty surprised at the shipping rates. I've looked at subscription boxes from overseas and even some in the States before, and when I got to the cart to go to checkout, sometimes the price of the box was doubled to ship it to Canada. So obviously I never signed up for any of them. These ones coming from UK to ship to the States was like $7 USD, to ship to Canada was like $12 USD. And that's fairly reasonable for overseas shipping. Don't believe me? Go try to send something overseas for less. It's just expensive. So with that in mind, factoring in the shipping price to the total cost, obviously it reduces your savings a bit on the individual items, but I still think you come out ahead definitely versus your local game store, and probably still cheaper than if you ordered them all individually. If not, you're definitely kind of breaking even, and you have the advantage of getting your hands on things you may not be able to otherwise, or maybe didn't think of buying or trying yourself. If you are the type of person that has some expendable hobby income and you like a surprise and you like trying new things and you like discovering things, this is probably a good product for you. Opening these boxes felt like opening a Christmas gift from a friend or family member that actually really understood the weird hobby that you're into. It was really, really fun. If you're the kind of person that likes subscription boxes, this is gonna be one of the better ones in this hobby. Are they worth it? Well, that depends on you. If you want to check them out, check out their other boxes, because like I said, this is the Discovery box. It's a smaller one that's just painting stuff. They have some with minis. I'll put a link in the description to their website where you can check them out, sign up if you want. Again, they didn't sponsor this video. They just sent me a couple to check out and share with you guys if I wanted to. So that's that. Are you a subscriber already? If you are, let me know in the comments. Let other people know what you thought, what your experiences were like. That's it for this week, guys. Cheers and happy painting.